Hello everyone, Broken FPS here, and today we're going to be playing some Call of the Wild the Angler. And I am going to be using a PS5 controller, but I am on PC. So get that out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to jump into the game and get going. But we're on a mission through Taylor's Tackle, and what I'm attempting to do, I'm guessing, is catching some trout, possibly. I don't know why I floated back downstream, but we'll go ahead and get going here, and already stuck, there we go. I'm gonna get out of the shallows and make my way up the river, and if I open up the map real fast, I'm gonna open it up, and we are coming sort of back down the river, so I want to make sure everything's good. But I'm just showing you we're going right down here. It's just I'm just finishing up some of the early game missions that I skipped, so to get a lot of it out of the way, I just wanted to play and have a good time. What is this? So I might have to walk here. We're gonna go ahead and park and see if there's a vehicle we can use. I could have probably docked it right there, but it'll be alright. I wonder if there's a vehicle outpost. I really want to head up that way. Get a quick 10 XP, nice. Alright. This game is honestly beautiful, so I don't mind walking. Definitely let me know if you would like to continue seeing this game on the channel. I don't have a lot going on, but my work schedule's been kind of crazy, and I haven't been able to play as much, and there's so many games that are good that are out right now that, you know, I just want to get to play everything. And where's this taking me to? So it looks like we can walk across here. I'm gonna see if I can climb up the mountain. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of venturing. Definitely gonna soak in that sun. Where is it? It must be covered or something. We're gonna go ahead and continue our way. I didn't consider hiking into the forest to go fishing, but this reminds me of a time I went with my brother and my uncle. We were going to the reservoir in Indiana County, if you know where that's at. We were attempting to catch pike, but I wasn't the best of fishermen at the time, and I would catch a couple bluegill here and there, but nothing too fancy. I am going to have a pretty long way to go, but I can hear the roar of the river. Going down the waterfall there. So I've been wanting to stream now for the last couple weeks. There's a couple games that I've been wanting to play, and you know, I haven't really had the energy to play anything. So picking up the Angler, whenever I started playing this game, I didn't think I would do anything on it, but you know, I just want to play something relaxing and have a good time while playing, and it just seemed like the best option. So here we are. I wonder if we can cross this river. I'm going to go ahead and try. No, I'm not going to go in there. Let's see. So it doesn't seem that deep.
We're here to fish, not be
No,
fish.
it's not going to let me cross. We're going to go around and keep on trucking. There might be a bridge or something up here. I don't know. I haven't been up this way. This is the first time that I've been past like just a normal lake. So a lot of my fishing has been up in this area, and I went and did some of the catfish missions that were on this bend here. So if you zoom in, I also caught a lot of silver yellow perch, and whenever I need to catch some more small fish, I'll know where to go get them. I have caught one diamond, so I'll look right here real fast. My first diamond was a smallmouth bass. I was actually really happy about it. I haven't caught too many other fish. Most of them are silvers, and the ones I haven't caught is what we're going to be working on here in a little bit. It's just going to be a little bit of a walk to get there. But why not? We see this we see this water here. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my rod, and we're going to give it a couple casts and see if we can catch anything here. I'm using a spoon right now. It's recommended for the mission, and I'm just going to be using some twitch action to see if we can get anything interested. Doesn't look like we're going to have any luck on the first cast, but that's okay. I'll cast it up a little bit farther. Just slowly bring it in. Give it a little bit of a twitch action. I like how they made the buttons to where you can just hold it in to do the motion instead of trying to move the rod, because I don't know what it is, but I get the rod messed up sometimes. I might have to put this right in front of some fish because it doesn't seem like they're too interested in this lure. I might be going a little bit too fast. You never know. I'm interested if I change the lure here, if I'll get a quicker bite. I might switch to a spoon and just go as a consistent. So right now I have the spinner on. That's part of the mission. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on a size 6 spoon. Give it a cast to where them fish were, and just give it a consistent tug. There we go. We finally got a fishies. What is it? Looks like a salmon. Oh, it's a brook trout. Oh, I caught a silver brook trout. That's the first fish in the stream. Not too bad. I should be able to get a little bit of better luck here. There's some fish jumping. Oh, I just messed up that cast, and I'm going to try to bring it right over top of them and see if I can get into that school and catch another one here real fast before we start moving ahead. Hey, we might get a hit here, but I'm uncertain. At least we were able to get that brook trout. Let it sink a little bit. Oh, it's so calming. I really do miss going fishing, but I don't really have too many options to go fishing, so I haven't fished in since last year. Maybe there's a rock or something we can take advantage of here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that one more time. I'm going to go ahead and cast where I saw those fish at. Let it sink and we'll bring it in. And I'll give it a little bit of twitching action to see if we can get any bites here. Doesn't seem like it, so we're gonna go ahead and continue up the river, and it wants me to use the spinner like I said, so we'll switch it once we get up there and we'll see what we can catch. But right here, here's another decent spot to try. I almost ran into the water. Let's go ahead and continue to the marker because I am still pretty far away. And I want to get up there and see what we can get caught. Do you actually get to see the animals? Is there animals still in the reserve? It looks like it's starting to get a little bit dark. Here's the road, so I probably could have drove. But just, I don't know where a lot of the stuff is because I haven't went and found it yet. So that's a little bit of my fault for not exploring the map. I just sort of started catching tiger muskie and fell in love with it. But yeah, I'll open my tackle up here in a second and show you what we're working with. I have something, I think it's because I bought all the reserves and I got a decent amount of tackle from that. But we're going to go ahead and look at this. So this rod here, it's a 77 pound 16. So this is going to be my main rod for a very long time because it's my strongest rod. This guy here, the bait caster, the max drag, everything it's beautiful. I have braided line on and a spoon. So now the other rods here, I'm using the foundation. I did max this guy out, so it's 100% mastered, and I'm working on mastering this guy here. So that is what I'm working on getting done. And then the maiden, this one was for tutorial, so I just left it as is. It will eventually get changed up, and I do need to buy some more bait. I saw that, so we'll definitely take a look at that as well. But it looks like the river is calming down a little bit, so I'm gonna pull out this rod right here and we're gonna give it a couple casts in here just to see if we can catch anything. We need as much XP as we can get, so we're just gonna give a couple casts and see if we get any bites. Now, with this guy, with this spoon, I normally just do a consistent tugging, and it's because when spoons spin, they already make their own action in the water, and the more you move them around, the more the line moves. It looked like a beautiful spot to cast, but continuing forward, I would like to get there before it turns night, and we're just going to continue our hike upriver or upstream. Just look at that view. I had to get a screenshot real fast. I like the mountain ranges in between there. It looks like there's some mines over there. That looks like a village where we could possibly get a car. But we can go ahead and turn that off for a little bit as we're walking. Just get a nice view of what's going on. Here's a little camp, so there might be some stuff here, so we'll go down here and see if there's anything we can get for XP. It sounds like it, so where is it? There it is. I want to let me pick that one up. Oh, there it is. It does look like I can get a car here. But there it is. Nice. And the driving in this game is a little bit janky, but it ain't too bad. I saw something back there.
That right there is the most in-demand tissue since the last time I
A dinosaur
cried.
bone.
I got
Okay
to my
then.
temple at T-Bone
Nice.
Joe's, and their fryer was on the fritz. Sweet Lucy twisted my arm and stuffed a quiche of all things down me. And I can still taste that sharp cheddar flatulence in my nightmares. Find me more of those damn bones so I can rest easy.
So we were able to get a vehicle. That's a little bit decent, so it won't be like we're walking the whole way down, but wait. Can we go down here? I sure am gonna try. This is what Jeeps are made for. I didn't see any boat docks around, so it looks like we're going to be fishing from the rocks, but we about made it. Okay, so I can get out of my Jeep and see what's going on here. How do I get on that side is the question. Oh, I can go around right there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get back in the Jeep. Doing a little bit of rock climbing. I bet if I would have just followed that road, it would have just brought me down here. But I had to do it my way. So it looks like I can get something here. A paper up on top. Nice. And there's a nice campfire. And it looks like another vehicle rental place. But I made it. I made it. And there's a boat dock here. So, as opposed to float fishing, spin fishing is more active and requires a lure to move through the water in order to entice fish to bite. This is done by performing a retrieval technique. Each lure has a list of compatible techniques such as the constant technique, which is effective for spinners. This is a simple technique that requires reeling in the lure at a constant speed. While reeling in the lure, the speed of the retrieval can be varied as seen in the bottom left of the screen. Some fish may prefer the faster speeds, while others might be slow swimmers and only catch up with a slower speed. Alright, good to know. We're going to go ahead and give it a couple casts here and see what we can catch, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it on out, and we're going to go ahead and change that to this guy here. And before we cast, we're going to go ahead and look around. I'm just going to give it a toss. Nice deep lake. We're just going to give it a consistent wind in and see what happens here. It might be the wrong time of day, but I think I'll still catch stuff here because it's part of the tutorial. Hopefully doesn't take too long so we can get back to trying to catch some more pike and stuffs. How deep is the water right here? So it looks like there's a really deep hole that's up here. And we're in a deep-ish section, and then it gets a little bit deeper, and then it's really deep right there. Alrighty. That's nice. I can continue winding this in and hoping we get a bite, but it doesn't look like we're going to. Use the spinner with hook size 7 to catch a fish. Alright, so I think that's what I did, but I don't remember if I changed it or not, so we're going to give it a look. That's hook size 7. We're going to leave that guy on there. And we're going to go ahead and order a boat. And let's go get this real fast. Get that reported, get a little bit of XP. And let's catch some fish, damn. It is 93 feet deep right there. We're gonna let it sink almost the whole way. It is still sinking. That's good. We'll start winding in. I can't tell if it's getting light or dark out right now, so we're just gonna go with it and see what happens. Finally, there's a nice little fishy. What is this guy? It's a rainbow trout, a bronze. Well, I think we finished the thing there. Yeah, fish ranks. Fish ranks categorize the various weight ranges of a species. The ranks from small to large are as follows: juvenile, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and legendary. The most common fish you will find are a bronze rank, and everything with a gold rank or higher is considered a trophy fish, a term expanded upon in the next class. Alright, so it's wanting us to catch a silver fish or a silver brook trout. Use the spinner with the size 7 to catch. So it's basically just going to be following the tutorial here and trying to catch the silver. And I really need to adjust in my chair because my foot was going numb. So you're going to hear some chair noises. And I wanted to make sure I caught that guy. This feels like a little bit of a bigger fish. But again, a lot of my settings are set up in my reel. Everything's strong but the string, so I should be able to catch decent size fishies. There's another bronze rainbow. I'm just going to toss it out, let it sink for a little bit, and reel her in. See what we can catch here. It's want me to catch a silver brook trout. I haven't even seen any like big spawns for them, but we will attempt it again. I might go to the mouth of the river and start casting in there. I'm gonna head over here and just, why I'm going a little bit farther away is because I had a hunch and I'm gonna give it a try. Casting a little bit towards the shore a little bit to see if we can drag anything off the shore to go after our lure. Haha. if you're watching this in the future, consider leaving a like. It definitely would help me out a lot, and it allow more people to see the content on my channel. And I got one. Took a little bit. That one's definitely a little bit bigger. We'll pull him up and see how big he is. But what's this one? Alright, so I caught a bronze. Nice. Now, I think that's most of the fish in the handbook. There's still a couple, so I haven't caught a walleye yet. I haven't caught a cutthroat trout, a golden trout, a lake trout. Haven't caught a cigar. I can't say that one. I will mess it up. Is that the... No. I was going to say sockeye salmon, but... And I haven't caught a bluegill yet. What the hell? So, I've caught a black crappie. I caught a green sunfish, but I didn't catch a bluegill. I thought the bluegill and sunfish were the same, relatively the same. But so now I know whenever I catch these fishies that are nice and purty, they're actually green sunfish. What I also liked about the game is if you go into the inspect, most of the time it will read to you about what the fish is. So if I hit square, it'll read and tell you everything about the fish. So that's really cool. I really enjoyed that, and just the aesthetics of the game are absolutely beautiful. I don't know what that is, but we'll give it another cast here. And we'll make it come in a little bit quicker and see if there's anything else that I go after the quicker lure. It seems whenever I get it closer to the dock, I'm getting bites a little bit more frequent. But I don't just want a short cast. Let's see if we can catch anything here on this cast. If we don't, we'll get in the boat and try to go back down river as far as we can. It's saying catch 3 silver ring fish of any species. We can definitely pull that one off. But I don't know if I want to keep this spinner on. I think I'll have better luck with the swim bait here. I don't know what it is, but the constant rolling in, just the constant motion is boring to me. I knew he was going to go after, I just didn't know how fast he was going to hit it. So we got him. Nice. That's a bigger guy. He's definitely bigger than the last one, so that's good. Only 11 to score on him. Because I caught another fish on the spinner, I'm going to go ahead and give it one more cast and see what we can catch. I can definitely see myself playing this game more. It's just, I don't have as much time as I would like to play. It is definitely a relaxing game. It's chill, and it has a decent player base. This is definitely a bigger guy. This is hopefully a silver. Nice. It's a rainbow trout, but it's a bronze. 4.48 pounds. I'm thinking a 5.5 pound bat or 5.5 pound rainbow trout would get me to silver, but that's still a good catch nonetheless. And I can toss the line a decent distance, so that's good. I'll hopefully be able to cast a little bit further. But it seems like some of the bigger fish, they like the faster speed, so I'm going to go ahead and roll this guy in, and we're going to hop in the boat and see how far we can go downriver. Got another guy. He's, I'm going to say he's pretty small, but fun little fish to catch here. Another orchard trout. I wonder if it's wanting me to stay in this area. So if I get in the boat and try to leave, will it tell me to go back to the dock? It doesn't look like it, so I should be able to catch him anywhere. But I'm going to go ahead and put on... I'm going to quit my rod here. And I'm going to go ahead and switch from this guy. And we're going to look at some of the stuff we have. So we have a size 6 spoon. And that's a constant motion. We have the size 3. We have a spinner size 10. We'll go ahead and put that on and see what we can catch here. Because if I can catch some of the other fish that I don't have on the list yet, that would be nice. Bigger fish are not commonly attracted to smaller size hooks or smaller style hooks, so it is it's basically getting the right hook size with what you're trying to use. So like this spoon's a 3. I'm looking for about a 6 to a 7. So there's a 6, there's a 6. We got 2 spoons here. Let's go ahead and put on a spoon and see what we can catch here. Because spoons are continuous motion, they're easy to use as well. I actually caught I think almost I'm gonna say almost a foot long pike. He was a nice chunky guy. He was chunky but really short for like what pikes normally range at. Nothing is going to want the spoon. Let's give it a toss and see if we can catch anything from the deeper side of the lake. Let's make it sink a little bit faster. Doesn't look like it's pulling line, but it is. It doesn't seem like anything wants the spoon either. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that back off. We were getting some bites on the spinner, so I'm gonna put that guy back on. And I'm gonna go ahead and change my position in the seat. And I'm gonna go to the back of the boat. And give it a couple casts from the back of the boat. It's 60 feet over there, so hopefully the water is deep enough. Go ahead and wind it in consistent as we can. And it does look like it's starting to get dark, so we're going to go ahead and head back down. Now, what I can do, I can definitely get some silver pike, but we're going to go back towards the dock if it'll let us get through here. I know there was a lot of rocks in the river. There's a buoy we can grab. I haven't grabbed this one yet. 20 XP, nice. So it says I can change the camera mode. I sort of like this one. It just makes me a little bit of motion sickness. This one's not too bad, but again, a little bit of motion sickness. We'll just stay in the regular camera. I wonder if it'll let us take the boat down off of the waterfall. I'm gonna go ahead and try. Oh, we got hung up a little bit there. And a little bit more there. So in the rivers, it's definitely hard to maneuver your boat. There would be somewhere cool to fish. Let's see if we can park it here. And it does look like it's blocked. The river is blocked, but we can fish over here for a little bit. I just liked how the rock was. I got one. It's a small guy, but, you know, that'll be alright. What is he? Oh no, it's a nicer sized rainbow. little bit bigger than the last one we caught. And we're pushing slowly into getting a, I believe we're gonna catch a silver pretty soon if we keep catching the rainbows. That's a better cast. Moving on my chair. Just trying to reposition a little bit. Get comfy. And I actually started forgetting to roll in, so we're going to go ahead and roll this in, and hopefully we can catch another rainbow, but as a silver. So I'm thinking I need to go down to size 6 for the spinner to catch some of the bigger fish, but we'll go ahead and set it to 4 and see if it gives us any other luck. The only thing I don't like about increasing the speed is it rolls in too fast and you lose opportunity to catch slower fish. So losing the opportunity to catch smaller fish, it's a, I guess, a turnoff for me, because I just want to be able to catch the big fishies. And it does look like there's some fish in front of me, so I'm going to go ahead and turn a little bit and give it a cast in their direction and see if we can get anything here. Turn it back down to 3, maybe go to 4. Come on, buddy, you know you want it. Is he gonna take it? He is not. Alrighty. We're gonna give it another cast in that direction. And we're gonna try a couple more casts here, and then I'm probably gonna move. I would like to go catch some pike and have the freedom of catching other species. I'm going to slow it down back to 3 and see if that helps at all. It did help. Yowzers. What's this guy? Decent sized trout. Go ahead and toss them back. And let's see here. So I could probably go in the water to about hither. And we're just reeling nice and slow now. There it is. That was a nice bite. Definitely a little bit of a bigger fish. There we go. We caught our first silver for the challenge. That's nice. So they definitely like slower motion. And our boat hasn't went anywhere yet, so that's great. Let's go ahead and cast right here and see if there's anything lurking below. There's definitely some fish jumping to the left, so I'm going to try to catch him. I'm going to bring it back in and cast it. Oh, wait, maybe. He wanted it there, so we'll go ahead and bring him in. Another rainbow trout. He didn't get much bigger than the last one, but it was still a nice catch nonetheless. And we'll start reeling it in and see if we can catch the fish that was jumping. I don't know if it was that rainbow. It might have been. But I would like to see some of the other trout. Nothing's gonna bite. We're gonna go ahead and toss it back out and try again right there. It did look like the fish was about to grab it, so I'm gonna put it straight out in front of me, and as I start reeling in, I'm gonna slow down towards the middle, so around 20 feet. And see if we can get this fish to bite. We got another guy here. A little bit of a bigger fish. Is that another silver? That's a bronze rainbow. 429, no weight increase. I missed water. Overcasted it a little bit there. Hey, I remember going fishing for the first time with my pap, and I felt so bad for him because he would constantly be having to take my line out of a tree or trying to fix my cast or fix the bell whenever I would use a open face reel. Somehow I would manage to get it all tangled to hell. There is fish. It was showing fish over there, so we'll give it a cast and see. We might get a bite before we get it in. He's going for it. We're going to slow down. The fish did go for it, but I kind of ran out of space there. I got him. Nice. I like the ones you don't have to do much work for. There's another silver, but I don't think this one counts towards the 3 because it's wanting me to catch 3 different species. Oh, it did count. So we only really need to catch one more silver. I might just stay on the rock and do that. As we look for new fishing spots. I really like this area here, just like the fishing the gap of the river. I've only got the fish like on a rock like this a couple times, like to where I was in a good position to cast, and I learned a lot from some old folk that were showing like the basics of fishing. We only need one more silver, for the challenge. And, we might be able to catch it here. I'm hoping that we get a bite. I'm going to stop for a second. Let's see if we can let some more line out. And then take it back downstream a little bit. We'll let it get back to about 20 and I'll start reeling again just to see if we get any luck to catch anything. Pretty quiet here. I'm going to go ahead and wind it back in, and I wasn't going to get many more bites there. I was just attempting to get the bites. I'm going to go ahead and toss long ways here. And it's at 6 feet. We're going to go ahead and bring it across and see if we can get another silver. You know, I'm kind of curious. In my handbook here.
Hello, Buck. It's Clay. Just getting in at Ruby River Range if you need me. Got you down here.
He scared the shit out of me. So I caught a brook trout, and I caught a red trout. Caught 2 of these guys, but is there a way to see my most recent catch? Yeah, so this guy, he was 5.59 pounds, and this guy was 4.76 pounds. So they were both silvers, but I wonder what gets him to the gold status. Probably my guess would be around 7 pounds, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But we can go look at one of our best catches that I got so far. This is my only diamond that I've caught, and he's 6.17 pounds, so that was a good catch. And it does look like it's starting to get darker here, so we're going to give it maybe 3 more casts and start heading back down. Because I would like to fish for some catfish when it gets a little bit darker. And that means I'm going to switch out my line because I only have one thing of the braided line and I want to maximize my catches, so to speak. And there's a new rod that I want to get. It's a feeder rod, which is most of the time they're used for bottom fishing. I can go back to the store and try to get that unlocked, but I would like to finish up this challenge. Like I said, I'm going to give it 3 more casts and see what happens, but it doesn't look like I'm getting any bites that way, and this way it's the same. So we're going to go ahead and reel it in. And I wish we could get more fish jumping or interested in this lure, so to speak, but I think it's more the time of day that's kind of going with it. So there's a fishy. I cast it in the water, or out of water, so to speak. We're going to get this guy. I think he's going to hit as soon as we get about halfway across. So around 30-ish, he should hit. Because I seen him going after the lure at the last minute. And I'm wrong, but that's okay. We might still get some luck here. And nothing, so I'm going to cast it sort of where I saw that other fish. And I'm just going to reel in slowly. Go ahead and set it to 2 and see if that helps a little bit. I just noticed whenever you reel in a little bit slower, it's a mess. So what I'm trying to do, why I keep messing up my cast, is I keep trying to cast it as short as possible so I don't end up hitting land. This this rod normally casts to about 127 feet. What I could try is my other rod here. I might do that because my spin rod... Oh, there we go. There's another catch. I'm not sure if this is a silver, but it looks like it. And there it is. We got another orchard trout. Or orid trout, sorry. Another silver. That finishes up the challenge. So I completed the challenge. And now it's go to the challenge board. So it's want me to go down. It looks like we did finish it up. We're going to get in the boat and see how far we can get downriver. But I don't think we're going to make it too far. Probably going to get stuck on the rocks. But I'm going to try. But it does look like there's a path here we can cross. That's nice. And if we're lucky, we can get back down towards the board and get a vehicle at least to drive the rest of the way. But we're going to try to stay on the road until we get back to the bottom of the mountain. But it is, I mean, this game is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the atmosphere in games like this, especially like the Hunter Call of the Wild. That game was a lot of fun to just play and be immersed into what you're playing. All the noise and the ambient sounds are beautiful in this game. And not only that, like, some of the species make sense. So like where you're catching them at. What's that? Can you actually see animals? Is that on fire? What is going on? It looked like fire from up top. Did y'all see that? They didn't see what I saw? It looked like fire from above. But my Jeep is no longer there. We're going to go ahead and continue downwards. I don't know where this road sort of takes me. Like I said, I haven't really explored much out here. And I know I'm walking, but we'll eventually make it back and we can go catch some other fish. And I'm looking forward to unlocking some more stuff. Like I said, I'm sitting at level 17. I need to get to 20 to get a couple things I really want. And if you don't know how to set up your rods here, so I will show you real fast. We'll go ahead and take that guy off. And we'll take this guy off. And I'll take off my spinning rod as well. So we'll go over those. And I'll show you the setups, how I set up a lot of the stuff I use. And I am going for bigger fish, so right now I'm not going for like the bluegill, the crappie, anything like that. I just want to try to catch some of the bigger fish while I have the opportunity to do so. And every once in a while my mind goes miscombobulated and I start breaking my words, so apologies there. Wildlife crossing. So bears. I wonder if we can see any bears in the environment. We're gonna
Oh,
report
what you
that
found
guy.
there is a sad, sorry waste of chlorophyll. Some fiendish bully they dare call a
So
daisy.
here's a hiking
If
trail
you see
road.
more, keep me posted.
There's a nice deep area over there. We could go check that out before heading back, and it looks like we have a vehicle outpost there, so we can get that vehicle outpost. And we should have went there in the beginning, honestly, but we came up here and then we were stopped and we weren't able to get up into this section, and we left the boat here. But it doesn't even show. Yeah, well, it does sort of show, like the red line that crosses there. It doesn't allow you to get into this section. So you can't actually do any fishing in that section, it looks like. But I could be wrong. You might just have to fish it as you go. But we're going to go ahead and get a vehicle and just follow the trail back. But that does look like a good path to go on for that deep area. I would like to check that out, but I'm going to head to the challenge board, get everything collected, see if there's anything else I can pick up there. And then we're going to get ready to go do some night fishing. I would really like to catch some more catfish and see if I can catch any more of the burbot. I had to cough, sorry about that. I just muted my mic so you didn't hear the obnoxious coughing. We're almost there. It's a decent little hike, but we'll make it down there. And it looks like we would be able to get a boat or get a car at this launch station and then drive the rest of the way back to the top. So now that I know where the car station is, it will be easier to get back to where we're trying to go. And I would throw my line in there, but we're definitely trying to get back to that marker before it gets dark. I would like to go night fishing, like I said. And we're going to continue into the day, possibly going for some tiger muskie and trying to catch some bigger ones of those guys. But if we take a look at our handbook here and look at the tiger muskie, we caught a decent sized silver. That was a very interesting catch. And catching this guy, I don't even remember catching this guy here, but I caught a silver, yellow perch, and the pikes. They're a lot of fun to catch. Probably one of my favorite fish to catch, to be honest. And only reason that is because that's what I normally went fishing for when I would go fishing with like my family. So that's what I can remember from my childhood, going pike fishing. And only ever really catching a handful. I can say it was a lot of fun. And I like the peaceful side of just being on the water. And if this makes you dizzy, I apologize. I'm just racing back down to the marker, and I'm going to try to get there as quick as I can. Where we need to go? I think it's this way. No, I'm wrong. So, it is this way. I wish I could at least stay on the road. getting a little bit closer now. The reason I want to turn this in is it should give me a decent experience bump. I'm going to guess around 200 experience for the mission complete, because that's what a lot of the academy missions were given, is around 200 XP. And if I get that XP, then we can go catch a couple catfish and we'll get to level 18. And I'm not sure what's unlocked, but I think a new string is unlocked, so we would have a little bit better tackle, and we can get rid of some of the other stuff that we don't really technically need. But we got XP just for driving. Try not to hit the signs. And we made it. So, oh, that's nice. We got 300 XP and $100 bucks, 100 coins. So what can we do here? So I wanted to show you guys this. So whenever you get into the game, you'll have like some of the basic stuff, and I believe it starts with a floating rig, and you start with a different rod. But we're gonna go ahead and set up every different class here besides this guy, and we're gonna be unlocking another slot, so we have at least 4 rods. I would like more, but it's I'm still really early into it, so we're only gonna be able to set up a couple here for right now. But whenever you select what you're wanting to do for a spinning rod, it uses a spinning rod, so it will say like the type as bait casting. We're going to go ahead and put that on. You could use the maiden for this as well and use a lure with that, and I think that's still a good option, but I prefer this rod here. And then we're going to go ahead and put that guy on. And then for string, you can do whatever you want for string, but I'm using 11.02 pounds there. And then whatever you want to use for your lure. Now, right now, I'm going to be fishing for some probably pike and some other species like tiger muskie. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy on, this size 3 or this size 6. So it's either way. We'll go ahead and put that guy on because that's what I'm going to be using probably the most. And then for this, we're going to go ahead and do our bottom fishing rig, and we're going to go ahead and put the foundation on, and we're going to go ahead and look here. So these are the different reels that we have. And this reel, we'll probably sell it. We mastered it. We'll sell it, get rid of it. It's not needed anymore. Or we might keep it for some of the fish that are lower in weight. For like small fish, we can have a reel that will allow us to get the job done and still have a decent weight capacity. So we'll go ahead and throw that on. The string for this, we're going to toss on the 6.61, toss on the weight. And the hook, it all depends on what you're trying to catch. So if you're wanting to catch a bigger fish, you're going to go with a smaller size hook, and that just means the number is smaller. So this would be the smallest hook I have currently, and 10 is the largest, or this is the smallest hook I have technically. This is the largest hook I have, and then so on and so forth. So it goes up in size with the number. So from 5, 6, and 7. Each one is getting smaller as you go up in number, and it goes to 10. And then whenever you go down, I don't think I have any that I can show you, but we'll go ahead and toss this on real fast. So I'm going to go ahead and put a size 6 on and maybe a 7. And for my bait, I'm going to go ahead and toss on some minnows. And that's that rod done. I really like that setup. I'm going to go to the float fishing rod, and we're going to go ahead and put the maiden on. We're going to put that reel on, the low level string, put that guy, and we'll go ahead and put a size 10 hook, and we'll do something like eggs, for example. So this is for that rod there, whenever you look at this guy, this is for like your
Oh boy, have
average
I got a
size
deal
fish
for
or
you.
small fish. So
Here's what I've
we
got.
made it back here. I want to see what we unlocked and look at the money that we have. So I'm just going to take a quick glance through the store and see what we have unlocked. And it does look like we unlocked some gloves and stuff like that. I'm not too worried about like different clothing and stuff for my character because I don't ever really see the character, so it doesn't matter to me. But we're going to just mark it off because I have some mad OCD. And it will drive me nuts if I see like this stuff in the store telling me I can unlock it. That I might buy eventually because I actually like that jacket, but we're going to go ahead and get the rest of them here just marked out so we can see what we have unlocked. In accessories, we did unlock some new sunglasses. They're all kind of expensive though, so I'm going to stay away from that stuff until we get what we need. And vehicles, it says I found some more vehicles, different cars to unlock. I might unlock this one just because it doesn't have any designs or anything on it. I like just the minimalistic design. And under equipment, so I have this rod here, I believe, for spinning, or I have the brass monkey. This guy is decent, but one level I'll get this guy, and it goes to 26 pounds, and the line strength goes to 13. That's probably going to be my low level pull, and as I get more stuff, so we want heavy. We want not ultralight, but we want probably about a medium. So around level 20, we'll get a decent medium rod so we can catch some of the bigger fish. And even if we get a heavy, we can still change the hook, and it would be nice. Fun to catch some of the smaller fish with like medium to full tackle. But that out of the way, we're never going to have to buy a bait casting rod because the rod I have already kind of is amazing as it is, and these guys go up to 110. So when I get to level 35, this would be worth buying, but I don't have enough money for that yet, and I'm a long ways away from there. And so like I said, I have the foundation, and I'm thinking about buying this guy because I want the extra ability to catch some underwater fish. So I am going to wage on getting this, but I gotta look at the line strength to see what we can work with. So the match rods, I'm not even sure what they do, to be honest. I went off of those, went off the rods and went into here. So we do have two of these, and one is in storage, so we can pull that guy out. We can put the other one into storage because I'm not going to be using the Triro, or that one. So we'll go ahead and take that, pull up that fishing pole apart, and we'll go ahead and look at the string we can buy. So it does look like we can go up to 11.02 pounds. That's not too bad. And when we get into some of the heavier, line, it's going to be interesting. Level 30 is coming quicker than what I think. We can definitely get everything bought out and have at least one of everything. So I'm not into like spinner baits, and I'm going to move my mic real fast because it's going to annoy me. I'm not really into spinner baits. I've never used any of these guys, and it's just lack of skill. Whenever it comes to these, I might buy a couple of these, and I have this guy here that's a size 7. We might get a 6, and a 5. And I'm not going to get these guys yet because they are a little bit bigger, and we want to work our way up to that stuff, and we don't have the tackle to take care of bigger fish. So we're going to work with what we got. And poppers, I never really use poppers. I know they're commonly used with twitching strategies, and they're good for bass. But if you want to read it, you can read it there, and it'll give you information about it and what to do with that type of lure. And it does have, the game has a lot of information that gives you a ton of information about what's going on with what you're using. So I'm not great with spoons yet. I haven't really caught much with these guys, so I might try a couple more spoons. And swim baits, I had a lot of luck on this size 6. Also, the size 3, I caught 1 or 2 fish on that guy, and I haven't really had much luck with the other ones. But we do need to come and look at this because I do have some hooks in here that I'm excited for. I got the size 5, the size 4, and the size 3. We're going to go ahead and buy one of these guys, and it's going to put it in their storage. We're going to buy one of those guys, and I like the smaller hook sizes because they allow you to catch bigger fish, and as we get into it, we will start catching some bigger fish. But I don't really need any bait here. I don't need any bread yet because I'm not going after any of those guys. Red worms, we can buy some more of those. I think I'm going to buy, we'll buy a little over a dozen and spend a little bit of money there. And for live bait, again, I only have 19 minnows. We're going to go ahead and buy 60 of those guys just because I use minnows a lot for a lot of the fishing that I've been doing. And looking at stuff for, I'm thinking we can catch a couple decent sized fish with this stuff here. That's mainly for like catfish and I would say burbot. They would take that bait pretty well as well. For bobbers, I do have the night bobber and we're going to be using that. And I do have a couple sinkers here. I got a lead-free sinker. I can sell this one if it would let me, but it doesn't let me. And that's basically it. I don't have any jigs yet. I will get that set up eventually. I just, I haven't got to it yet. And we're going to go ahead and do some selling. So this guy can go in my bag. We're going to go into the rods that we have. And I think it's the Maiden. So it's this guy here, and we're going to take that apart. And taking that apart, we can then put everything in the storage. And we can put that in the storage, and I do have a better one in here. So this one is a 13.23. And this one, the Brass Monkey, is a 22.05 strength. So we'll go ahead and grab that guy. We do have one available, but we can sell this rod, and that would make us a little bit of money. Now, looking at the rails here, so we can go ahead and put this rail back in here, and it is 100% maxed out. That's good to see. We can take that other spinning rod there, just because I like this one a little bit more, and it allows us to put a little bit extra line on there. We can sell this tri rail and make a little money. And I don't have much string out, but when it comes to like this stuff here, you can see there's the line strings, and we're going to go ahead and take this one off, but we're going to go ahead and toss that in there, and these guys we're going to keep. And I'm not sure what I have here. So spoons, yeah, that's decent there. We have a size 5. We have a size 5 on us. So we got one of the jerk baits. We got a crankbait. One frog. We could probably get another frog and hopefully get some more stuff there. But coming out of there, we're going to go ahead and go into the hooks again because I do have a lot of hooks just floating around, so to speak. And I'm going to go ahead and take the size 3. I'm going to take the 10, the 7, and I'm going to take the 6. The 6 is normally the hook size I use. So maybe if I go down a little bit, so I might go to size from 6, I might go to size 4 and see if I can catch anything better using the smaller hook size. And yes, I'm talking about in real life. I want to try to catch some other things, but we'll go ahead and look here. So we can take that minnow. Why won't it let us take this minnow? I don't know. It won't let us take that minnow. So we'll go ahead and leave it in there. We do have the red worms now. And we have some corn and some stuff there, but it doesn't let us take that yet. For our floats, we're going to get rid of one of the cigar floats, and we will keep one on us. So we have 3 different floats, 3 different float types. And yeah, that's basically that. I just want to be able to sell that guy. So I'm taking it out of my inventory. We're using the lead free. The other one does not show. And the reason being is because I got it for free when I got the pack. So some of it ain't going to show up. But that's okay. We're going to come out of there now. And we're going to go to sell. And when we come into this section, we can see there's 2 we can sell. We can sell the maiden for the 90 coin, which we're going to do. I don't need that rod. I just bought it for the tutorial. The foundation is what we are using. It has a max line strength of 6.61. We might be selling that actually as well because I might be buying the other reel. When we come in here, it does let us sell the Tyro, so we can get rid of this guy for 90 coin. And we are going to keep this one because it is the next one up. And if we look at lines, we can sell the one that is in storage. So the 4.41, we can sell that. And we're just selling these guys because we're starting to get better lines. So we're not going to use the line that is, we're going to use the best line we have, if that makes sense. So for the spinners, we're not going to sell any of that stuff. We're not going to sell the frog. We're going to keep that stuff. This swim bait here has seen me a decent amount of fish. I'm actually excited about that. I think this is the one I was catching a lot of the pike on. And we're just going to look here. So we are going to keep the hook sizes for a lot of the same thing. Depending on what we're fishing for, we will switch the hook size up. But I wanted a decent amount of hooks in the inventory so I could switch when I needed to. Coming to floats, we can sell one of these cigar floats, like I said. And that'll give us a little bit of money back, and we can sell this sinker, but it's a lead-free sinker. I want the lead-free one. And I don't have any jig heads, and I don't have any soft plastic, so we're done there. We can go back in the buy, and we're going to look at equipment here. And so I have the brass monkey. I'm going to stick with that guy just because this one is a little bit less on the strength. And you can see 13, then it goes up to 22, but it only goes to 8.82 pounds for the max line strength. So that's why we have the 2 of the 8.82 lines, and we'll eventually work that up as we go. But I did get a new feeder, and I know this is a decent amount of money, but I think it would be worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and the max line strength is 22 pounds. So that's going to be a great buy regardless. And we can get rid of the foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the foundation. I will go into rods and I'll tear that rod down. And we can go ahead and sell that.
Get your gear here.
It's going to be sad to see it go because I did fish with it for so long, but it was a fun rod. We're definitely jumping up in strength, and this rod is going to help us out a lot. Now, for its for the equipment that I need to buy here for that guy, it's right here. So I can go a little bit quicker here. So the max on that rod. Oh. So the max on this rod is 22 pounds for the line test. And I'm just going to show you how far we are away from that. So it's about level 25. We can use that reel or the rod itself until we get to level 25, which is nice. And we can upgrade it as we go with the line, but we can run the 1102 on it. So that's definitely decent to see, and we might get another braided line because the abrasion resistance is low. So I think we're not going to stick with that line. We're going to go with the fluorocarbon line just to be able to see it a little bit better. But 1102, I'm going to go ahead and grab that guy, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in my backpack because we're going to put it on the new rod. And the reel, so the reel, should I buy this one? I don't know, but this guy is what I wanted. I'm a little bit behind on that. 8.2 max drag. So the strength is a 5.51 for the pounds. So about 5 pounds, 5.5 pounds. That's not too bad, but I think I'm going to they do get better. I mean, this one here at level 90, it's 25k, and the strength is outrageous. But that is a nice reel nonetheless. We will get there someday. But to not drag on any longer, we do have 2 of those other reels, and what can I sell? So is there anything else I can sell to make the money? So the brass monkey, I can't sell that. I'm not going to sell this guy because I just bought this guy. Let's see. So I could possibly sell one of these guys because they're not, neither one of them are on. So we can go ahead and get rid of one of those. And why I'm selling that is because I want to be able to buy the other reel that's a little bit stronger and possibly get some of the rope. But I think I just made it to where I can just barely afford it. I did. So I made it right to being able to afford this guy. And this one is a little bit, this one's a little bit better than the previous. So we're going to go ahead and get that guy. And that's basically it for there. And now we can put these new rods together. So for the first one, we're going to do the bottom. I actually got to pull out the rods because they put them in.
I'll be over here.
They put them in my storage. So we actually got to pull some out. So the brass monkey. And there is the new rod there. And it does look like the brass monkey's there. So we do have the rod out now. It just put it in our bag. But it is dark, so we're going to get ready to go start fishing. But what I'm wanting to do real fast is get these rods set up. And then we'll get going. But I'm going to do a bottom setup. And we're going to go ahead and put that guy on. We're going to go ahead and put on the stronger guy. And I'm going to put on the 11-pound line. And we're going to do the sinker. And then we're going to do a size 3 hook. And we're going to do cheese. And why I'm doing it like that is because I'm going to try to catch some bigger catfish. And for this guy, we're going to do a bobber setup, the brass monkey. We're going to put that guy back on. We're going to put the higher of the 2 for the strings on there. We should be able to actually put that guy on there. We're going to put a size, I'm going to go with size 4 hook. And we're going to go ahead and put...
Did you know the oldest fish hooks ever were made of
I'm going to
sea
put
snail
some worms
shells
on
thought to be
there
about
and see what
23,000 years
happens.
old? Pretty
Because we
neat,
might be
huh?
able to catch some
Buy
burbot.
something.
And that's those set up, and we're going to go back over here real fast. It looked like I could sell
Get the
something
gear here.
else, and it would help us with some of the money issues we're having right now. So it does look like I can sell some line. I would make a little bit of money back, but that's the 8.0 line. This one is for, the requirement was level 8, so we can go ahead and sell that guy. Get a little bit of money back, and maybe sell this guy because I don't need it. I don't currently need that one. I have the 1102 line there. So yeah, I think we're good there. And we can go ahead and get back on our boat and start fishing. But what's at the board? Let's go check the board and see what's going
But
on
wait,
over there,
you didn't buy anything.
and see if there's a new mission. So the expert class, we'll go ahead and take that, but we're not going to follow that quite yet. Where the marker is, we'll eventually do that, but I would like to go catch some catfish. So I'm going to go ahead and
Goodbye for now.
go catch some catfish. I'm going to turn that marker off just so it's not showing, because I already sort of know where I want to go. I started fishing down at this area where I'm heading, and I kept catching fish that were snapping my line, and I was like, well, when I level it up, I'll be able to get some more stuff, and I'm finally to that point where I think I have a better shot of catching some of those fish. With drag, you could be surprised of what I've caught on the low tier gear. It's just how you have it set up that allows you to catch some of the bigger fish. And I caught them just by tossing it like right in front of me. So it was nice. It was nice to catch those fish. What I wish you could do in this game is be able to put your pools up to where you can have multiple pools in the water. That would be a lot of fun. So where I'm heading is actually right about here. So because it's dark, what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to try with top water first, and then I'll switch because I haven't used the red worms yet, and I'm wondering how quick fish will actually go after them. But this is roughly where I want to be, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the boat sideways because I want to be able to cast in different directions here. And I'm right smack on it. We're going to go ahead and lower that guy a little bit, and we're going to give it a cast. And you can see the bobber in the water, but we can zoom into the bobber. That's always good. And we can see if we get any luck on the red worm. It doesn't look like we have any fish near us, but I'm going to wind in a little bit. Still no luck. We're going to go ahead and wind that guy in. I do want to give a couple casts with this, just to see if any of the fish here would go after it. Go ahead and zoom in. I can't really see the bait in the water, just the reflection of the bobber. I might have put the bait down too far. But let's go ahead and we can switch that out to cheese. But before we do that, I'm actually going to switch rods because I really want to see what the feeder rod will do here. Because we're in some deeper water, we're going to cast behind us. I'm going to go ahead and change my position here. And we'll get that sinking to the bottom. And I'm going to slow reel in just a tad. And we're going to do sort of a stop and go motion as we bring this in and see if we can get any luck with any catfish. But this is where I caught my diamond. So I caught a diamond here and I was using a spoon. That is the only diamond I caught. Like I said in the beginning, I caught one diamond and it was a smallmouth bass. I would like to catch some more of those guys, but you know, go ahead and let the line drop back down, wind it in a tad, and we'll just wait for a little bit here and see if we get any luck on this guy. Doesn't look like anything wants to go after the cheese. I'm going to reel it in and just see if we get any luck getting a bite as we're reeling it in. I know it's a bottom fishing rig, but I've actually had some luck reeling and catching fish that were on like the medium surface.
Hey, Buck, I'll be down the Emerald Lake
130
Plateau
feet.
outpost in a flash if you need me.
Nice.
See you there.
It definitely casts farther now, so that's good to see. I'm going to reel it in a bit just because I want it to be a little bit closer if we do get a bite. It doesn't look like I'm getting any bites here. It might be the hook size. Is that a fish or is that the reflection on the water? Looks like the reflection on the water. So we're about 58 feet down. Nice. In a nice deep channel. Just wanting to catch some of the bigger fish here. It's a little bit too quiet. I don't know if I'm going to catch anything on this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and put it away. We're going to pull up a little bit. Maybe park at the shore. I can see fish in the water. So let's go ahead and give it a couple casts here and see what happens. Sorry about that. I tried to mute my mic. Wonder if we'll see any fish following this guy. Didn't look like it. We're gonna go ahead and give it a toss. I didn't think I was tossing it there, but it sort of just went where I wanted to. I can't remember. I'm gonna bring this back in, and I'm gonna see if I did put cheese on. If cheese is already on, we might change the bait. I'm just going to bring it in, and we're going to go ahead and see what we have on for bait. And it does look like there's a sturgeon right there. There's definitely fish that are coming closer now. Let's see if we can catch one of those guys. So I'm going to go ahead and try Libber. You know, I haven't used Libber yet. Let's go ahead and toss that out and see what that does for us. So I did change the bait to Libber, and we're going to see what happens here. I casted about 50 feet, but we'll get that changed here in a second. I'm not getting any bites whatsoever, guys. It's looking pretty grim here. Normally I was casting out and I would catch fish pretty quick. And I'm not sure if it's just my setup or what's going on, but we might go ahead and change this hook out, and I'm going to go to a size 6, and I'm going to go ahead and change some of the bait here, so I might actually have to go down again. So let's go back to the 3, and let's go ahead and go with Libber. I don't think I have a size 5 hook, so we're going to go with the 3, just so we can do Libber. And I'm going to toss this guy out and let it sit out there until we catch something. So let's go ahead and do that and see if we can catch anything. I'm going to go ahead and switch this guy, and I'm going to switch back to the blinder, and I believe that's the one I changed. So hopefully the Libber is on the right rod, and we're just going to let it sit, and yeah, we're going to see if we can catch anything here. I am so sorry for the mic feedback. Normally it will shut itself off and it's not terrible, but my fan keeps kicking on and they're doing construction outside, so it's kind of annoying, but at the same time it's okay. I'm just gonna reel in, and I'm gonna get ready to end it here. So if you would like to see this game on the channel, please consider leaving a comment and letting me know how regular you would like to see this game on the channel, because I would like to play it more. Also, Helldivers 2 is going to be streamed possibly at 8 o'clock. I was wanting to get that game streamed as well today, but if I don't get a chance to, I will be able to on my next day off. So probably on Saturday, we will be able to get that game up and get started on some funner games that I've been waiting to just play on the channel. There's so many games that I have in mind, or so many different ideas I'm wanting to get going, but this game is just a lot of fun for me personally when I don't have much else to play, or I just want to play something that is relaxing, and that's what this is for me. It's just a relaxing game to play and try to enjoy with viewers. So if you enjoyed, guys, I really appreciate you watching, and when this goes public, and if you watch to the end, be sure to leave a comment on what game you would like to see next. I'll leave a list in the description, and it allows you to be able to choose, like through a poll on the community page on my channel, to choose the game you want to see coming up next. But I will stream this as much as I can, and this is going to be only a stream title. I'm not going to try to edit and make, you know, videos saying, oh, this is the best for this or the best for that. I'm not playing meta, alright? I'm playing to enjoy the game, and that's going to be any game I play. So, yeah, if you enjoy that style content, definitely, you know, slap that sub button and help us get a little bit higher. I really appreciate every one of you, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.